G'day guys, and welcome back to part 5 of the HB Cosmo build. Alright, so there she is in all her glory. The FE3 in, done, running, finished. Actually had to go back to my old video to see where I was at in the last video because yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, stoked to give you guys an update today. Let's check it out. So in the last video, I just finished putting the gearbox in. So this is the short shifter. So underneath here is a short shifter setup, but it all comes through just to the stock gear knob, so it all looks factory, but it's actually nice and short, nice and easy to access all the gears, works really well, and it's just a cheap eBay RX-7 shifter that I modified, works awesome. I did have some dramas. I lost the clutch master cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder, the lines, everything. So I got a brand new master cylinder, brand new slave, and made a braided line. And then of course, after I did all that, I found the original stuff. Classic. The brake master is out of a later model 929. Just had to bend some of the lines to fit, and that works perfectly. So I ended up flipping this and putting the alternator at the bottom and the power steering above it. And usually the power steering on these, the reservoir is part of the power steering pump, but I'm just running a remote reservoir out of a Toyota. So yeah, I've got the alternator at the bottom, power steering pump just nestled in there, if you can see it, and the air conditioning compressor buried underneath there somewhere, which you can't see because GoPros don't work very well in low light. So I've gone with a S15 intake. So I got S15 intake, adapter plate to the head, 440cc injectors, custom rail, running a deadhead system, so no return line. Got a 65mm Falcon throttle body, 3-inch piping to the intercooler, got a blow-off valve just hidden under there. Got a nice 2.5-inch pipe that I made going on the hot side. Got this nice 3-inch intake pipe going to the turbo. So this is the manifold setup all finished. It's SR20 manifold. 2 of the runners just cut and moved over a little bit with a FE3 flange to the head. Got a nice dump pipe in there that you can't see. Full 3-inch exhaust system. I'll try and get a shot under the car of that in a minute, but full 3-inch system with a hotdog flex pipe. Comes out nice to this factory looking tip. Very factory looking. See if we can get a shot under the car. Nah, can't see nothing. So I set the fuel system up one night after work, basically with everything that I had laying around the shop. All I had to do was buy the hose and the clamps. So I got a little pre-pump, a 2-litre surge tank, a Raceworks fuel pump like a Bosch 044 style with a bracket, a fuel filter, a Malpassi reg, and as I said, this is a deadhead system, so it all returns in the boot and just has one line going up to the engine, all new lines all through the car. So yeah, lots of custom fab with all this intercooler piping, intake piping, turbo manifold, crank wheel, crank sensor down there on the front balancer. You can't see it, but had to end up going that way because the flywheel one didn't work. Power steering pump, remote reservoir, alternator, aircon brackets all the way down there. Definitely, yeah, so I basically did everything the hard way. And yeah, speaking of doing everything the hard way, I actually put an entire ECU in this car and then realized that it wasn't going to work because it was the ECU was an early mega squirt designed to run with distributor and a single coil, and I'm running coil on plug. So I had to end up pulling the whole ECU out, the whole loom out that I just put in, and I basically put the brand new Megasquirt 3 loom that I had for the track car, the green one, before I sold it. Yay! And I put that whole loom in the car. I just got the Megasquirt 3 there chilling in the glove box. USB cable just sort of tucked in under there, so I can pull it out for tuning. Got an AM wideband. Went with the SAS steering wheel instead of the stock one. I put the stock one in and I really didn't like it, so I just went for the SAS one. And I have got a kit to refurbish all of these buttons as well, so I got to get around to doing that. But the interior is looking pretty clean on this thing, and the body's looking pretty good too. I'm currently just halfway through detailing it and buffing it, but it's pretty shiny. Still does need some more buffing though, but it's looking good. Got the flat Cosmo bonnet on there. So sick. So yeah, obviously still got a few little things to tidy up on it, but it's coming along. So you might notice too that the pinstripe is gone and the rotary turbo decals are gone. And I might put a black pinstripe back on it, but I'm not 100% sure. I kind of like the clean look. The only problem I've got with that is you can sort of maybe just see the paint's faded where the stripe used to be, but I could probably get away with not running it. Let me just take a second to just bask in the awesomeness of this car. That's what dreams are made of, I tell you. Knock, knock. Who's there? So yeah, I don't want to throw Rodney through the block, so I'm gonna have to address that. That will be next episode. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do, whether I'm gonna fix this motor or do something ridiculous with some forged pistons and some rods or whatever. So next episode, engine rebuild. And yeah, hopefully we'll have this car on the road soon and it'll be trouble free and I can just enjoy it. But for now, it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. See you in the next one. Thanks, guys.